Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages of love. And we're gonna get right into it today with a Hun card. See what our first message is to start us off on this beautiful, beautiful day. Why is it so beautiful? Because it's full of messages. Messages for us. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna bring that guy out. Anzus. What does Anzus want to say? What kind of messages are coming our way? If I were an Anzus, what would I say? The highly intelligent raven is always alert. And like the god Odin's ravens, Hugin, thought, and Munin, memory, who are his eyes and ears out in the world, he is always collecting information. Flying high, he has clear sight over all. You can hear him calling out as he passes on messages of both good news and warning. Anzus is the rune of Odin, of the divine breath of all creation, and is also called the messenger rune. In a reading, it brings a message of divine inspiration, creation, formation, and transformation. It indicates the strong presence of your ancestors and ancestral line. Anzus represents the arrival of a revelation or insight. Language, with all its uses and power, is central to this rune. Communication, insight, divine inspiration, order, and true vision. Ooh, okay. So definitely be mindful, be aware, be open to receive messages today, including that one, including the one we just had about the messages. Yes. So, signs and synchronicities, overheard conversations, tuning in to songs playing randomly while you're out and about, things lining up in front of you in a divinely orchestrated way that create an image that makes you think of something, which is the message, right? These are all the kind of ways that messages can come to us, which is kind of beautiful. Also, pay attention to the animals that interact with you directly or indirectly, ones that catch your awareness. Messages from the divine, from your ancestral line. Okay, let's get into the cards to see what kind of messages are for us today. Okay, kind of got lots of cards here. 3 in the middle and 2 right there. Those guys over here. That like that. Okay, let's see. What? Hey, is that Super Mario? I think it is. Okay. Oh, these guys, we can't see them. Let's move them right there. Okay. We shall start with the middle card. Confidently moving forward, forging your path, carving your way into the unknown, right? Machete vibes, hacking to clear and proceed. Okay. And the people. Okay, so we've got a opposite way thing going on here. Okay, so the people are going this way and you are going that way. So road less traveled for sure. Unconventional ways is what I'm going to say. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful abundance. Yes, excellent. Okay, and we've got the King of Wands. So in the reading yesterday, it was the Queen of Wands, and today it is the King of Wands. So the only difference, well, major difference right now, is action. This is the action, which plays off of this confident action, right? Moving confidently. Ooh, and discerningly, okay? So the King of Wands holds the vision and acts upon it, goes after what they want, okay? Grounded, centered, balanced, masculine, feminine. We've got the masculine, feminine lions. We've got the angel and devil influences, or what would they be? Consults? I don't know. And then connected to the soul star chakra, okay? Very much, I see you, I want you, I'm going after you, of vibes. And then this king, the transformed king, this king is about communication, holding the sword of truth, cutting through illusion, okay? And very near the people, which is important with discernment to be able to cut away anything that is not true, anything that is not of your highest and greatest good. Cut it away and move on, okay? And then this is the grounding, the centering, the meditating of all of your faculties. Are they faculties? They are today. Okay, let's. We've got the world. We've got the children. Okay, so this is a shift from a 5 to a 10. Okay, got the 5 of Pentacles. This is your active role in changing your world. Okay, changing your mindset, even how you show up, how you engage, how you interact. Okay. Destiny. Oh, yeah, and the world. We've got the world that you're creating. I mean, these two cards coming together here. And, you know, it's part of your destiny. Here's the sword of truth and destiny that this king wields. Okay. And this is your intending of the kind of world you want to live in, your active participation in creating it. And that's this world here. This world that is guarded by these, the action and the discernment kings here. This is the kind of confidence you are moving towards this new world, right? You have it in mind, you have it in sight, you know what it is that you want, and you're going for it. Oh, sorry, there's both of them. Okay, what are these things? We've got hanging out and holding back. Okay, considering things from the different perspectives. The holding back of your hand. It's kind of like this pausing period to check in. I'm getting a little bit of self-imposed holding back, right? Your hand in these swords that are pinning your hand back from moving, from action, pinning you to the earth here. Okay, and the hanged one is about delay, about not being able to move at the moment. And so while you are hanging out, you are thinking, considering, seeing things differently from all of the angles. And I feel like it's truth, considering truths from all the different angles. Because we've got, oh, hummingbird, hi. See, signs and synchronicities and how animals interact with you. This hummingbird just hovered and kind of right in front of my window, and then now is sitting on a branch in a tree looking at me. Oh, and there's another one. What? Okay. Oh, it's a male and a female. Dun, dun, dun. The male's coming down to check the female, and she flew away, and he went and sat on the branch again. Cutie pie. Oh, okay, Empress. So with this card coming out and the display of the hummingbirds, she was just up above him and he found her, and then she flew away. Okay, birds. Okay, so with the Empress and the hummingbirds, the one that came to the window and was doing this was the female, and she went and sat on the branch. And while she was sitting there minding her own business from above, from out of nowhere for her, from her perspective, the male hummingbird came down and swooped in, and then she was like, "Oh my god!" and she flew away. Okay. Oh, okay. They just flew off together. Okay, so that was pretty cute. Okay, I'm not looking anymore. So I feel like this is the energy of the divine feminine. The divine feminine right now is just focusing on what she's doing, right? On holding the frequency, on holding the line, on holding the love, pouring into self-care and what she's got going on. And her divine masculine suddenly showed up. Okay. So I think this is over here vibes. Nope. I'm just gonna put her down here for a minute. Maybe she's here. Receiving the messages, receiving everything. She's the receiver of things as well as the birther of things. Right? She's bringing in the abundance. Oh my goodness. What fell on the floor? It's the 2 cups. We can make it if we try. It's the 2 cups. You and I. Gorgeous. Okay. It's gorgeous. You are creating the kind of world where there is love, 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 where the hummingbirds come together. And create many, many little baby hummingbirds, okay? And it doesn't have to be actual babies. It can be the birthing of all the beautiful things that they create together. What's this? Passionately moving forwards, okay? So I feel like this passion is definitely going to be connected to confidently moving forward here and embodying the kings, right? The sword of truth, communication, and the action moving forward, okay? With passion. Passion. No, that's not the song. How does it go? Is it passion? I can't remember. Okay, Two of Cups. Yes, this is also a balanced world, an overflowing cup kind of a world. These are the kinds of relationships you're seeking, relationships that fill you up and meet you where you are. Okay, flowing and full. And that is a beautiful. And yeah, it's definitely harmonious partnerships. Okay, so we've got your experience. An experience being in this lack mentality as well as pulling yourself out of it, okay? Which is what is happening here. And it's your destiny and truth to do that. And through your experience, through discovering, acknowledging, owning your truth, right? This is how you move into the heart, is discovering your truth, right? And you discover your truth through your experience. Experience with contrast, really, as a indicator and definer of what it is that is true for you, is your truth. And it can be a huge tower to suddenly realize that you've been living someone else's truth or masking your truth underneath some facsimile or version of the truth that just ain't true, all the way true. Okay, so I want to know more about what's going on down here with this Ten of Swords, Five of Wands, and the Hangman. It's almost like there's something in the way, or like people or obligations. Like, what are these people? I mean, as an empress who is beaming, glowing, there are a lot of people going to be drawn in towards her, for sure. And this holding back from engaging, I mean, they could be wanting to start something. Right? The two fives here, we've got change. Fives are about change. And because this Two of Cups, going for the Two of Cups, leaving these, they're kind of like mobbing, right? They're like, oh, get them. They got their little arrows up in the sky. And what I'm getting from this one is, when you're like, hold me back, because I'm going to kick their butt if you don't, and it's kind of like holding yourself back from engaging in those who may be triggered by something, right? So confrontation or traps, how people set traps, like bait you, that's it. They bait you to freak out, lose it, lose your cool, lose your calm, so that they can be like, see, look, you're so cool, right? Not, or whatever. There you go. Yes. Okay. So, and this is the consolidating your energies. So it's giving me this: don't waste any energy on those who don't deserve it in any way that looks like, right? Somebody cuts you off and gives you the finger and you're like, what? I didn't do anything. That, don't give it any more thought. Don't try and chase after them and be like, what did you mean? What did I do? I'm sorry. Or, yeah, well, this is my finger. What do you think of that? Or whatever, right? Don't engage in any lower frequency activities and baiting, because there are those that try to bait you. Meet me where I am. And you're like, no thanks. I'm consolidating my energies, my resources. I am saving my energy for only the good stuff. Yeah, and this, like, hanging out to consider, this is like the pause before responding, and ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And the answer is almost always no, because you're moving passionately towards this world. And there's not that kind of conflict there. The kind of conflicts that just rile people up, right? That just pulls and wastes the energy. Energy is your currency. Spend it wisely. Spend it on things that you want in your home, in your living space, in your environment, that will make it more beautiful, more joyful, and bring more gratitude. And upcycle, release, let go of all of the rest of it. Okay, who else is coming out? The people. Signs and synchronicities are moving you. Okay, so this is a confirmation of this ancestral messages that are coming to you. That's this card, right? This is also giving me the rebalancing of the scales, right? Like if you've lived your life where the scales have been imbalanced, not in your favor, this is the divine deeming you worthy of payback for all that time where the scales were balanced, not in your favor. And they are dropping in all the signs and synchronicities and all their little string pulling on their ends, divine inspirations and all the things to work in your favor to make the scale tip in your favor, because this is your time for that. Okay. And I feel like this is part of your meditation connection to spirit. You're transforming your mindset into one of abundance. And this is part of your destiny, part of your truth. You are beautiful, worthy, capable, and abundant. Okay. And I keep wanting to move these guys kind of away a bit, because this is just something you're being mindful about as you finish up in the old world. We're in a crossover where the old world and the new world are coexisting at the same time. And so, it may even look like one foot on one world and one foot on the old new world, right? And all these little things are attempts or distractions to hold you on that old world. And you're like, no, 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 no. I want to be on this new world. And so you use your free will. You use the power of your will, which is very, very strong. They call it free will, like it's just lying around, but it's your sovereignty. It's your superpower. It's your highest commodity. What's a commodity? Maybe. Who else is gonna come out and be a part of this reading? What's gonna happen next? Oh, the devils. Okay, yeah, there's your confirmation. This is old world stuff over here. Okay, the devil's trying to hold you back, to keep you locked in, because they don't have access to you in the new world. So they want to keep as many people on the old world as possible, because that's where they are and they're not left behind, right? And so it's not something to be worried about, because you've got strong action and what is this? Discernment. Okay, you can see the devils for what they are, right? And sometimes they can be really sweet and unassuming, and they're just like, oh, can you help me and talk to me and be here with me while I dump all my crap on you? No, right? As I weigh you down with the heaviness of the old world, so that it takes you longer, or you can't go back to the new world, move over to the new world. Okay, so just be mindful of where your energy is flowing and going. Okay, take a pause, take a break, consider before responding, consider before moving, before engaging. The sacred pause. Allow yourself the time, right? Become the observer, the witness. When you feel something coming up, like a reaction or a response, before you've centered, went in, felt it out, checked it out, recognize that as ego, right? Ego, pride, and they're thirsty, they're hungry, they want that bait, right? Their tunnel vision. They're like, but they just threw, I don't know, pick your meal of choice that you just got to have, right? They just threw it in front of you. But you're becoming someone who can receive their wishes. And so all this is counterproductive to your intention, becoming this solid being able to receive, okay, your pentacles, the signs, the synchronicities, the beautiful, beautiful abundance that is coming to you, the inspirations and guidance from your spirit team, your all of the things, right? And then moving on them, using them as your tether or ticket to the new world, where there's beautiful balance and love, right? Look at this new world. Dancing, yes. Beautiful. And you've worked hard for this, right? This is part of your vision that you've held, so it's going to be really easy to avoid this, to not get pulled in, pulled back, weighted down. Your discernment game is high. You're a king in that department, as well as holding this vision. That's a very important balance, right? Got to be able to see where it is you want to get to and know that that's the best place for you and act upon it. This is giving me that personal journey to your center, that uniting. It's kind of like the soul's journey, right? The hermit here, holding a lantern, holding a light, and the pathway leading to light, another lantern. So it's like, this is your journey to this world of balance and love. Okay. And you've come so far, you can see it. It's right there. It's right there. You are on your way. Okay. So any little devils that cross your path, they may distract you for a second. What was that? What was that? What was that? But your eye is on the prize. Okay. The eye is on the prize, because you're this King of Wands who holds the vision. And there is lots of cuppeth, overfloweth, and luck on your side. Okay, and I do think that this will overflow onto the people, okay? And how they respond to it is up to them. It's got nothing to do with you, right? They're either going to bask in its glory, take it as an example, share, bathe, frolic, dance, use it to fill their own cups so they can make their own journey into the new world, or not. That's up to them, right? This is why it's a solitary journey. You can't help others by standing on the old world and throwing them all into the new world. That's not how it works. You have to get yourself to the new world and be there as an example that it is attainable, that one can arrive, that there is a way, right? That you are forging here. You're doing important work, right? You are carving away. And all those who don't understand, right? These could be well-meaning people. Where are you going? What's going on? What's wrong with our world where we are at? Why would you want to go over there, right? Like, they don't get it. But once you're over there, then they'll get it. And, you can love them from afar and be like, hey, come join me where I am. And you're like, no, come back. And you're like, no, back, come forward. Come here. Everything is beautiful and overflowing. And there's lots of everything for everyone. But you got to get here on your own. You got to get there on your own. It's just like you come into this world alone, you leave this world alone. You have to do your internal work alone. You have to become one and whole within yourself, within your heart, alone. It's a personal, internal journey. You're the only one that has all the information that is you, right? You could spend a lifetime trying to define or explain or whatever, who you are and what you know to somebody else so that they understand, and then they can be like, oh yeah, totally, right? We don't need those people's we don't need anybody else to validate or verify what we know to be true. This is why it's important to be solid, to be standing, to be sovereign in your own, and show other people what it looks like when one is in the difference. How do you know you're whole? I just know it. But who told you? I did. But how do you know? Because I know it. Right? Well, how will I know? One day, little caterpillar, you will know. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay, because you'll be shining so bright that you will become this light that others are drawn to on their journey. It can be done. I've seen it. I've felt the heat. I've seen the beautiful, beautiful, shining, glittering, joyfulness of one who has succeeded in arriving. Okay. Gorgeous, gorgeous and beautiful and amazing. You are the star. You are the children. Okay, I'm going to pick some of these charms while I'm not looking at them. Why is there so many? Okay, I think that might be too many, but we'll just roll with it here. Okay, we've got the skull and crossbones. I didn't even know that was in there. So death and release. Let go of the old devils. Let go of the sandbags that are weighing you back. Let go of the distractions that are holding you, and the people who just don't get it. The baiters. Okay. Trust your intuition. Okay, we got the kitty. Trust your inner knowing. Trust your signs and synchronicities, and what your intuition tells you about that. Okay, we got double confirmation, but this one I'm getting more of self-care. Relax. This is the hangout. This is the observe before moving. Okay, this is also giving me this balancing here, grounding, right? And then we've got this pumpkin. So something significant about the fall, perhaps. It's also giving me like harvest and cornucopia action. Okay, we've got the glass slipper, which is what we're calling this one. So this is about a destiny that is meant just for you, okay? You're meant to forge this path, forge this way, and to get there, and to be there. Be a shining star, a shining example of the process as well as the being there. The benefit of being there, okay? Here's transformation. The butterfly transforming. Okay, we got two butterflies. I feel like this is kind of like the dream, the idea, and this is the becoming. Okay, this was the sketch, and this is the product, the reality. Okay, so this is giving me this. What is my what kind of world do I want to live in? I want it to be like a butterfly and fly, and then your process of becoming, boom, there you are. Okay, we've got the elefante, which is adorable. And elephants, they can feel their big padded feet. They ground themselves and then they can feel the vibrations and find, like through the ground, and find where their people are, or not their people, their relatives, their crew. What do you call? It's not a horde. Herd. There you go. They're herd. They heard it through the foot line. Okay, they can sense it through the vibrations in the ground, which is pretty freaking cool. They also have very good hearing. Okay, they can also hear very far, and they're powerful, but they're beautiful, and they are tender and gentle, gentle giants. And so there's a wisdom and a community, right? Their herd is they're very family oriented, and something about memory, right? They always remember. So maybe this is here, right? You're like forging this way, finding the water pool, and then being like, this way, so that all the other elephants in your herd can get there. Okay, we've got this feather. This is giving me sacred feather. So these are more of the signs and synchronicities from your ancestors. Okay, this is the Ansus messages. And we've got this leaf. This is the newness that you are birthing. This is the growth that you inspire when you shine. Okay. And then we've got this butter knife. Is it a butter knife or is it a dagger? I think it's a butter knife. Okay. And it's bent. Can I bend it back? Yeah. Yes. Excellent. Okay. So this butter knife here. This is, what's this about? Is this your sword of truth and discernment? Okay. Even though it's a butter knife, let me see. Butter knives can be used as tools. They make bread toast taste better when they are slapping the butter on. I don't know, butter knife. What do you feel about the butter knife? Okay, moving on. We've got the moon and the stars. Look at how tiny that one is. I can't even zoom or focus or anything. Nope. But it is a moon and a star. Okay. So, oh, there's Simon. Oh, the little bastard. Oops, sorry. Okay, Simon's the unneutered ginger cat that always comes in and sprays and starts a ruckus. Okay, so the moon and the stars. This is beautiful. I'm getting like high priestess from this. So this is going to go back into your intuition, because your connection with your intuition, this is how you're moving forward. Okay, this is how you're accepting the signs and synchronicities that are leading you home. Okay, home to the new world. Okay, I guess we can leave these. Okay, so that's the message for today. The message is beautiful ones for us. Maybe we get a couple of these wordy cards. Detachment and witnessing. Okay, yes, detachment. This is the tricky part of manifesting, of all of the things. Okay, witnessing and detaching. This is beautiful. I feel like they just go here because we're witnessing this crossover, this old world, new world transition, right? And it's something that not a lot of people are aware of. And it's also not something that you can, it's like giving me the little chicken little, and the sky falling, right? Running around. That poor chicken used all of its energy running around trying to convince everybody that the sky was falling, and nobody believed them, right? This is the kind of thing people have to experience for themselves. They have to get there for themselves. They have to catch the glimpses. They have to, because it's part of the process of developing the connection with your higher self and your spirit team, right? Is this like, wait, what was that? Was that a sign? Was that, what does that mean? Was that like that process? That's part of this strengthening of the muscles. That's part of the training period in order to make the jump, to make the leap, to make the journey. Okay, it's like the butterfly in the chrysalis. You can't rip the chrysalis open and pull that butterfly out. Well, you could, but the butterfly won't develop the strength it needs in order to use its wings by struggling out of that cocoon, right? So you just have to step back and let it go through its process. Let the people go through the process. So this is witnessing and detachment. Okay, and also like detaching from other people's journey and where they're at, and just focus on you, knowing that you are the beacon, you are the way. Okay, your example. I think this is what Jesus was talking about. I am the way. What was his example? He led the way. Okay, and everyone has to choose the journey themselves, find their own way. Okay. Yes. So yeah, detach yourself from all those weighted old world things. That's another important thing, right? Detach, to not detach from your need to nibble on the bait and witness it. This is how you bring your power back. When you're like, oh, I recognize that as bait. Holy, acknowledge that. That's a power move. That's indicator of you, the version of you from the new world, right? Okay. There you have it. I hope that this is good for you. I hope there were lots of messages for you. Be aware, be mindful, keep your eyes open out there, and be open to receive these messages, these breadcrumbs that lead you to the new world of love, balance, and overflow. Okay? Gorgeous. There it is, the reading for today, and it is all about the yay. Okay? Beautiful, lovely, and amazing. Okay, have a good one. Thank you for being here. I wish you all the luck and moving forward, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye.